Hi, Mark. Here. It's Friday, July the 18th, last trading day of the week. It is 8 a.m. Eastern, US session now underway. That's 12 noon GMT. That's going into the afternoon portion of the European session. And let's see how the markets are shaping up, starting with the US dollar index, testing support right now. You can see that. Let me just blow this up on the daily. Support at 98 is being tested. Weak US dollar to start through the Asian European session. We'll see if that can continue through the US session. Looks like it's breaking below that 98 right now. I've got support at 98.30. If I zoom in on the hourly, there you can see weak US dollar testing support and breaking below now. We'll see if that can be maintained, weak US dollar through US session, or alternatively, if the US dollar is going to fight back, I'd expect it to be off this 98 level that we're sitting at right now. Let's have a look at the S&P. Record highs in the S&P. Record highs in the S&P yesterday and hanging around that level right now. You can see a gap up to start, slightly given up that little gap up to start, sitting at yesterday's close. I've got resistance at 6,357 and support at 6,337. Wall Street opens up in an hour and a half. If we see a continued demand in the S&P and US dollar stock markets, that's the level that will be tested, the 6,357. If we get a turnaround, sellers will look to break below the 6,338 mark. Let's have a look at gold. Breaking above the resistance, which I just put in a little while ago, sitting at 3,357. That's the new resistance. Support 3,331. That's about a $30 range for now, but certainly gold looking strong. Inverse relationship, we're seeing weak US dollar to start the US session, and together with that, strong gold. Buyers will, if they can maintain above this level, certainly will be looking up at that 3,400 level. Sellers will look for a bounce down of these current levels and look back down to the 3,330 support area. Let's have a look at Brent oil. There's been steady demand for Brent oil and trading above that $70 mark still. You can see that. I've got support at 69.32 and resistance at 70.59. Resistance being tested. Tough level to break through and maintain above. You can see that over a week. We'll see if buyers can break clear above this and look at the $71 mark. 71.50 is the high they'd be looking at. Support down here at 69.32. Demand for oil to start the US session. And Bitcoin. There's a doji candlestick. It's tried higher, tried lower. I've got support at 118.4 thousand. I've got resistance at 121.1 thousand. It's about $2,500 range for now. The bias seems to be up. Got higher lows the whole way, which is important. We'll see if buyers can get back to this 121,000 and break higher. Alternatively, if sellers take over 118,000 on the 118.4 thousand on the downside, will be the target for sellers to reverse this upward movement. Good trading, keep that discipline. Let's see if US dollar weakness continues through today, or if we get a turnaround, if S&P continues at those record high levels. If we see weak US dollar, we can look for gold to continue its run higher as well. And let's see which way Bitcoin goes. Is looking bullish to me. The bias certainly tilted to the upside. Good trading, keep that discipline. and I'll see you at the end of the day.